Okay, this is a digital water meter, and since I got here, okay, it's been sitting at 0.70 and flow's been 0, so we've passed the water meter test. This belongs in the parkway. Actually, it can go just about anywhere, but it's at home. It does belong in the parkway. This is an acceptable location for our water meter. That is our check valve. Excuse me. That's our check valve for our lawn sprinkler system. It does not belong in the parkway. We come up here, we're looking for the main water shutoff valve to the house. We have an irrigation box over here. If you have an emergency, this is where you go to turn the water off to your house. You'll notice that you can't see the valve, it's buried. You notice that you can't service the valve because it's buried. You notice that we can't tell you what condition the valve is in because it's buried. I can see that the handle's rusty. That handle's going to break off in your hand if you try to turn it. Okay? This box should have been excavated and lined with gravel. This valve should be serviced. You shouldn't have a rusty handle like that. You should have something that you can depend on because this is your emergency water shutoff. What we're looking for is no more than 80 PSI water pressure to the house. Alright, spit a little bit. Looks like we got a little more than 50. Our stem is leaking. I'll write that up. We'll come back. We're supposed to let that sit for a little bit. Right here somewhere I saw that a lawn sprinkler head was broken. There we are. Look at that. Think that's gonna leak? I do. What is this? A brick or something? Okay. Kinda neat. I'll come back and get a still image of that. So there's our water meter, and we passed the water meter test. There is our main water shutoff valve, and it's buried and has a rusty handle. There's our water pressure. We got a leaky stem, but we're running about 50 psi there. Okay. I do not see any main sewer cleanouts. I'm looking for main sewer cleanouts. Is there one underneath this pot? Could have been. But no, we can't take up the whole yard looking for. We don't know that they're there. We don't have main sewer shutoff valves. No gas to the house. All electric house. This is the check valve for the lawn sprinkler irrigation system. And we can look inside of here and we can tell that the handle's been turned off. I asked to be turned on before we got here, and I guess it just couldn't make that happen. We're supposed to have 2 isolation valves and 1 main water shutoff valve. That's not a main shutoff valve handle. We do not have a main water shutoff valve. We do not have 2 isolation valves. I don't even know if we have or do not have a check valve in this box. It's just a box full of mud with a rusty handle. That's all I know. Now, this the meter belongs to the water company. It belongs to the city, the municipality, the vendor. Call it what you will. The lawn sprinkler system, that belongs to you. And this land that we're on right here, this is the parkway. This is not your land. This is not your land, okay? You'll get a ticket for not mowing it. You'll get a ticket for not taking care of it. But this should have been put over there. Is anybody going to move it? No, they're not going to go up and down the street and move everybody's check valves. I'm just telling you that wasn't done right. There's our mailbox beyond the scope of this inspection, but it's leaning. And you can kind of see how the neighbor's driveway is kind of slooping down right there. They got a little trip hazard. That's all their business. That's not your business. It's not our business. It's not my business for sure. But your mailbox is kind of leaning a little bit, and that's not my business either. But I thought I'd share. You'll find that the leaning mailbox comment at the tail end of your report, underneath others. Ugh. This is the controls for your lawn sprinkler system. and you're not supposed to bootleg off of the receptacle like you did. The wires, those are supposed to be insulated staples, and they're not. We're supposed to have a care and use manual, which we do not. We're supposed to have a cover plate, which we do not. We're supposed to have a weather sensor, which we do not. We do not have any of those things. Plus, it's in the off position, and it's not going to do me any good to turn it on, because I'm not going to put my hand on that rusty valve, that rusty handle out there. The water's turned off to this, and I'm not going to put my hand on it. But I'm telling you, just about everything needs to be redone. If it's so bad that they're not using it, why is that? Why is the lawn sprinkler system so bad that they're not using it, that they would let it go? What does it need? It probably needs a lot.